Next up in our small batch brewing series using 3 hops is beer number 3. Welcome back, everybody. So today we are going to have the first tasting of beer number 3 in our 3 hop series. If you missed the first 2, what I've done is I recently picked up the Anvil Foundry, and I wanted to make a batch and not worry about AVB, nothing about how much water I have in there, any of that. I just wanted to make sure I could transfer, once that was done, into 5 1-gallon carboys. And what I did from there was I used 5 different dry hops, 1 in each one, so we have 5 different beers. Now the grain bill for this: 11 pounds of 2-row, 1 pound of Vienna malt, hop schedule, hour boil, 1 ounce of Citra at 15, 1 ounce of Amarillo at 10, 1 ounce of Citra at 5, then 3 days dry hopping for whatever hops I used. Now this one is using Centennial. I've been on a Centennial kick, so I figured might as well throw it in this one to see how it played with Amarillo and Citra. Bottled on 11/10, about 3 weeks, almost 4 weeks old, 6.65% ABV. I think this would be a good test, just for the simple fact it's all boiled at once. All the ABVs are going to be the same. Everything's the same. It's just the dry hop that's changing. So let's go ahead and get it into a glass, see what we get. I would suggest going back and watching the first 2 in this series, as I will refer to some of them for like the body and color and all that, because they should be the same. Maybe a little color difference if a hop oil or something is different and changes the color, but for the most part it should be the same. We do have a little less head on this one. It is white, small and medium bubbles. Dirty Glass Mafia here. Color, same bright yellow. I would say, I can't tell because of the bubbles. This one almost looks a little hazier than the other 2. Yeah, if anything, I can still make out the light box, but not as clear as the other ones, and I can't see the sticker. Let's go ahead and smell now. Centennial hops, it's a super cascade. We should get lots of grapefruit, maybe a little floral, a little lemon, but for the most part, that grapefruit should stick out. Let's smell. Definitely more citrus in this one, almost like a grapefruit rind citrus, bitter citrus in there. We know the IBUs aren't high, so we know it's not from the alpha acid. It's going to come from the hop. There is a little bit of fruitiness in there, but that grapefruit bitterness is what I get the most of, along with that citrus. Let's go ahead and taste. To me, it's kind of a grapefruit flesh, maybe a touch of fruit in there, but it's like that. It's almost like taking a grapefruit, cutting it in half, then putting a touch of sugar on there. It's coming through a little sugary. I wouldn't say candied grapefruit, but it's got a sweetness to it. I think that Centennial really took over that Amarillo and Citra in this one, but until we do the side by side, I can't really tell. But just drinking this, it's more big, bitter grapefruit with some sweetness in there than anything. On the back, I get more fruit. Like that grapefruit bitterness is up front and the fruitiness is in back. Aftertaste, I'm getting more bitterness. Yeah, aftertaste, there's more it's perceived bitterness. The bitterness is perceived higher because it's low. But I do get more fruitiness in the aftertaste than I do in the taste. I know I didn't mention it in review 2. I'm not getting that Vienna. Now, that could be very low. I want to make one. I should have started with the basics and just used 11 pounds of 2-row on this one. But I had the extra pound of Vienna that I wanted to get rid of. That's why I used it. But I'm not getting that toasted bread. I'm not sure what it's doing to it. I think right now the hops are overpowering just 1 pound of that. It's less than 10% of the grain bill. So it's not coming through at all. Solid. I need to make a batch. I've got a whole list again of 3 hop ones, but I need to change the hops and see what they bring to the table. I'm always thinking forward. That's why I like doing these small batches, is I can taste them, think, and by the time I'm ready, I can start making more batches. That Citra and Amarillo are bringing fruitiness to this, because in all of them I still get kind of that same thing. I don't get as much passion fruit in this one as I did in beer 1, but that fruitiness is still there, and obviously because I've tasted it in all 3 beers, I know that's coming from probably the Citra. But yeah, solid beer. I think more people should use Centennial. But yeah, this is a solid beer all around. So if you like this video, thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you know when new videos are coming out. And until next time, happy brewing.